Bonjour et bienvenue. Bienvenue sur French Learning with Vandy. Ici, on apprend le français tout le temps. Tout le temps, toujours. We learn French here all the time. Si tu veux améliorer ton français, si tu veux parler français très bien, abonnez parce que ici, on apprend le français tout le temps. For today's topic, we're going to talk about what to do next after deciding on a language. Bonjour et bienvenue. And I came ready parce que j'ai porté un fuseau. Ici en Amérique, on dit camouflage. Je vais vous montrer. Voilà. On dit camouflage ici en Amérique. Here in America, we call it camouflage. Voilà. Voilà. All right. Let's talk about it. Allons-y. What to do next? Immediately after deciding on a language. All right. After deciding on a language, deciding on your target language, that this is the language that I want to learn. The première chose, there are stuff that you want to do. You want to find out stuff about that language. Let's say French, for example, right? Let's say in this case, French. Let's say you decide on learning French. After you decided on French, you want to find out about the French language. You want to find out things that are in the French language that is not in your target language, in your native language. Let's say your native language is English, for example. All right. Yeah, you want to find out things that are in your target language. Your target language is French, right? That's the language you want to learn. You want to find out things that are in the French language that is not in the English language or any language. Well, yeah, you want to kind of be like an investigator or the FBI. You want to find out, literally, take a lens and find out things that are in your target language that is not in this new language. You want to find out, right? All right. So I have about 4 points that we're going to go over in this video, right? 4 points. Le premier, right? Yeah, there are stuff that are in the French language that are not in the English language. Let's say, par exemple, numéro 1, the concept of gender. The concept of gender. In the French language, we have what we call the concept of gender. Things have gender associated to them. Anything could be either masculine or feminine, like literally, right? So that's numéro 1. And then 2, le deuxième, you want to find out which words are silent. So for this, we're going to stick with French and English, right? And it could be any language. We're going to stick with French and English. So 1, you want to find out about the concept of gender. In the French language, they have what they call gender. Things have gender associated to them. We don't have nothing like that in the English language, right? N'est-ce pas? So you want to investigate, what is that? What does that mean? And I'm going to talk about that in this video. I'm going to break it down. Like, this video is going to be late. Like, yeah. So you want to find out, you want to be curious. Like, what is it? What is that all about? Because it's not in your native language. It's not in the English language. So you want to find out, what is that, right? And also you want to find out which words are silent and which words are not, which words are pronounced, which words are emphasized on. That's another investigation, right? You want to investigate which words are silent, which words are pronounced, etc., right? Sentence construction. Sentence construction is another one, right? Because sentence construction in Francais and French, it's quite different from sentence construction in English, n'est-ce pas? Like totally different, right? So yeah, so you want to find out, about that. And even the pronouns, right? The pronouns. You want to, it's different. So yeah, I have this and I put the last one, the R, the French R. The French R is very different, right? Very different from other R's, right? In other languages. So yeah, you want to find out this stuff. I listed about these 4 main points, right? You want to be like an investigator, right? Find out things that are in the French language that are not in your native language. Try to find out, right? It's yeah. So you could know, like, compare and contrast. That will make it easier moving forward learning the language. Because now it's kind of like when you have a strainer, like when you have a strainer, it's like a basket, right? Let's say, for example, you have like rocks, leaves, etc., and water, and you strain it, right? Probably the water will go different ways, the leaves will go different ways, the rocks will go different ways, right? You want to like kind of like strain it and get some stuff aside, right? So these are the 4 main points that we're going to go over in this video. All right, Alonzi, let's start with the concept of gender, right? What is that? The concept of gender is a huge thing in the French language. It is, and especially if English is your first language, you really want to, investigate real good. And I'm about to break it down, the concept of gender, because we don't have anything like that in the English language. All right, I'm going to break down the concept of gender in French, right? Voila. It's literally about to get dark here. It's in the evening. Let me show you guys outside real quick, right? And then we get into the video. Voila. It's about to get dark, right? It's in the evening, right? Voila. All right. Let's talk about the concept of gender, right? Because that's the biggest one. That is one thing that is in the French language that is not in the English language. That's the huge one. All right, Alonzi. The concept of gender in French, and there are concepts of gender in the German language, in the Swedish language, in the Spanish language, etc., and of course in the French language, right? And the concept of gender in the Spanish language and in the French language, they are more similar. They are more similar, right? All right. For this video, we're going to stick with the concept of gender in French, right? Let's compare and contrast that to English. It's not in the English language. So what is that? Qu'est-ce que c'est? All right. Let me go ahead and break that down. All right. What is the concept of gender in French? So the concept of gender in French is that in the French language, things have gender associated to them, like literally, like anything that you could see with your naked eyes, like literally anything that you could see with your naked eyes have gender associated to it. They could be either masculine or feminine, whether you are referring to a paper, a pen, a pencil, a window, a door, etc. It's either masculine or feminine. We don't have anything like that in the English language, right? In the English language, we have gender. But in the English language, the concept of gender is only with animals. In the English language, it's only animals that could be either masculine or feminine, right? It's only animals, not things. In the English language, it's only animals that could be either masculine or feminine, right? But in the French language, the concept of gender, it's not only with animals. The concept of gender escalated even to things, right? Let's say, for example, this book, Live, Le Livre, right? And this book is masculine, right? And it's this book is masculine. This paper is masculine, right? And with the French, when you are saying nouns, you have to put articles in front of it, right? Pourquoi? Parce que because the nouns have articles. So because the nouns have articles or gender, the nouns have a gender. So things also needs to have a gender. Let's say, for example, all right, let's say this book. This book in French, it's called livre. Livre. With the French, this is masculine. Why is it masculine? It's because that's just how the French language is. Things have gender associated to them. In the English language, the concept of gender, it's only with people or animals, right? It's only people or animal that could be either masculine or feminine. But with the French, it's not only people, even things. The gender escalated even to things. This book is called livre, and with the French, this is masculine. And you in French, you just can't say livre, you just can't say book, you have to say the book. And when you want to say the book, you want to say it like this. You want to say le livre, right? You want to say le livre. Pourquoi? Because you want to say le livre because this book is masculine. To them, it's masculine. I will explain that later as we are going in the video. Yeah, why it's masculine, but just know for sure anything literally that you could see with your naked eyes, anything literally, it's either masculine or feminine. Like literally, a paper, a pen, etc. Anything that you could see with your naked eye, it's either masculine or feminine. Like literally, that's how it is. C'est comme ça. C'est comme ça in the French language, right? All right, so this book, yeah, it's livre. And with the French, you just can't say book, right? You have to say le livre. Why say livre? Because the book, this to them, this book is masculine, right? And also in the English language, when we say nouns, we don't necessarily have to say the book, the pen, the paper, the window, the door, etc. We don't necessarily have to say it like that. We could say it like that if we want. On peut dire comme ça si vous voulez. Mais on besoin pas. We don't have to. We don't need to. Right? We don't have to. But with the French, you have to. Tu dois. You must. You have to. You cannot say a noun without putting articles in front of it. Nouns and articles go hand in hand. Let's say this is a noun, right? Of course, it's a noun. Article have to be in front of it. Let me write article here. Article have to be, this is an article. An article just means THE, right? Article just means THE. Right? THE, the, right? Bring it right back. Oops. All right. Article just means THE. In English, we could just say marker, pen, book, water, glass, etc. We could say like that. We could say the water, the pen, the marker if we want. In the English language, there is option if we want. Si vous voulez, if you want, if we want. Right? House. We don't have to say the house, the tree, the lights, the school, the building. In English, we don't have to say it like that. We don't. We have option. We don't need to say it like that. We could just say building, school, house, door, window, table, chair. We could just say it like that. We don't have to say the table, the chair, the door. We don't have to, right? Si vous voyez la différence? The difference. In English, we have option. We don't have to put article in front of nouns. We don't have to, right? But in French, we have to. Tu dois. You must. You have to, right? So in the French language, you just can't say this book without putting this in front of it. You have to put this in front of it. That's how it is. You just can't say book. In English, we have option. You put this in front of it. You just can't say this in French. You have to put this in front of it. You have to put article in front of it. You just can't say this in French. You have to put article in front of it. You just can't say this in French. You have to put article in front of it. That's just how it is. And also, that article have gender, right? The article have gender. Pourquoi? Parce que the nouns also have gender, right? Because anything, any noun, any object, it's either masculine or feminine. The nouns have gender. So the articles also have gender. So because this is masculine, you say lo livre, because this is the article that they considered, that the French considered masculine, right? Le livre, because le livre, le stylo, right? Le magasin, store, etc. Right? Le mur, etc. Right? All right. Because the article and the noun, they have to match. They have to agree. All right. Let's say, oh, Amenada. What if the article is feminine? If the article is feminine, you have to use a feminine noun, right? Let's say, and the feminine article is la, right? That is too light. All right, let's see. Put la here. Use a different marker, right? That is the. If you're just joining in, bonjour et bienvenue, right? That's the feminine article. All right, so a feminine article is, for example, the light. Light in French, it's feminine. I'll explain later why it's feminine, but for now, let's just agree that. But for now, let's just agree that this is masculine, this is masculine, and a lot of other stuff. And you just can't say them just like that. Before you ever say them, you always have to put this article le in front of it, right? Let's agree on that first, right? And then the light is feminine. Before you say light, you put the feminine the in front of it, which is la lumière, right? La maison, house, la bougie. La bougie is candle. I thought. This one, the French call it bougie. It's candle. Right? Smells so good. Right? La bougie, like candle, right? That's just how it is. All right, let's go to the next. So you want to find out this stuff to the next example. Before we go to the next example, let me write low the masculine la the feminine. Right. So, right? You want to find out this stuff about it, right? And also, you want to find out which words are silent and which words are pronounced, right? In the French language, the words that are silent most of the time or all the time are consonants at the end of a noun. Consonants. Let's say, even the word Paris, right? In English, the English we say Paris, right? That's how we pronounce it, Paris or Paris, right? With the French, that S, it's silent. They say Paris. They will pronounce it however, but they will not pronounce the S. Pourquoi? Parce que the S is a consonant. So with the French, when the last letter is a consonant, they don't pronounce it. It's silent. Don't pronounce it. It's completely silent when it's consonant, right? When it's consonant, it's completely silent. When the last letter is silent, so like Paris, Yeah, and which words are pronounced? The words or the letters that are pronounced are, let's say, if it's a vowel, it's pronounced. If it's a consonant, it is silent. So yeah, all right. Next point. So yeah, these are stuff that you want to find out literally. And also, when learning a language, I'll always like encourage to like have a book. Like I've always have a book, like toujours, always. I always have a textbook. You always want to have a book because you like doing a lot of efforts, right, to find out these similar similarities and differences, right? Things that are in this language that is not in your native tongue. Like you finding that you're doing all this investigation, you're finding out all these things, right? So you don't want to put it on a paper because you might lose it, right? Because you're putting in a lot of effort doing all this investigation, etc. You wanna, yeah, you wanna get a book where you, but yeah, you wanna find out this stuff when you've decided on your language. You wanna be like the FBI. What is in this French language that is not in my native language? Like you wanna be, yeah, you wanna investigate, right? Compare and contrast, right? One of the first thing is the concept of gender. And I have a lot of videos on this channel. I have a whole playlist. Actually, I have a whole playlist called Gender in the French Language. You can check that playlist out. Let me write it in the text. Yeah, we're just joining in. Bonjour et bienvenue. Right? Gender in the French language. Yeah, or even the playlist Lo, La, Le, and El apostrophe. Yeah, Lo, La, Le, and El apostrophe. All these means THE. Right? That playlist also. You want to check out that playlist. It's, you want to find out this stuff, right? Like sentence construction, concepts of gender. All right. So the next one, right? So you're finding out this stuff, like what's in this French language that is not in my native language, right? Another thing for me, right, and especially for this live, the example is gonna be between French and English, right? Also, pronouns, right? All right, pronouns, and then we want to do pronouns and then sentence construction, and we are done for today, right? And if you have any question, feel free. Ask any question, either about French or anything. N'importe quoi. Ask any question. All right. Let's do pronouns and then sentence construction. And yeah. All right. So we already have two, right? Things that in the French language that are not in the English language, right? All right. The next one is the pronouns. The pronouns in the French language, the way we say pronouns in the French language, it's very different from the way we say pronouns in the English language. For example, let's say if, right, and pronouns, let's say it, right? Let's stick with it, it, right? Right. Let's say this pen, right? Let's say this pen fell, right? En anglais, in English, we could say it fell. That's fell. It fell. Even this candle, if I drop it, it fell. It break or it broke, right? Etc. It fell. It broke, etc. Right? Yeah. It, or let's say the TV broke. It fell, right? In English, like we don't have to we just say it. Everything is it. Pourquoi? Parce que in English, we don't have gender to things. So in English, we could just say it fell, it broke, it's this, it's that. En français, pas les mêmes choses. It's not the same thing. En français, you don't say it, right? You say the gender of the noun. So let's say this pen is stylo, right? Lo stylo, right? It's masculine. It's masculine, lo stylo. If it fell, I'll either say the pen fell or I'll say il tombe. Il. And when you say il, that's like the pronoun for him, right? Il, right? It's masculine, right? Um, yeah. So you say it's fair. You say il tombe, right? If I broke it, you say il cassé. Cassé means it's broke, right? Etc. And yeah, you say it when you're referring to this book. Anything happened to this book? It's burnt, it fell, it's broke, it's ripped, it's whatever. When you're referring to it, you say il because it's masculine in their eyes, right? It's masculine. So this, etc. Any object that is considered masculine, you're gonna say il, right? Okay, let's go to feminine example. Let's say the TV, right? Let's say the TV broke. Yeah, let's say the battery. Let me try connect. Let's say the TV break. You don't say it's break, right? Because that TV have a gender to it. So with the French, you say elle, right? Elle cassé, right? E. Right? You say elle cassé. Let's say the candle, right? Bougie, la bougie, right? Let's say it's you drop it. It fell. You say elle tombe. Tombe means to fall. Should I write that? Tombe. Fall. Fall or fell. Right? If this break, you say, oh, elle tombe, elle cassé, anything that happened to it. The main point is you're gonna say elle. Right? You won't just say il like it. If you just say it in French, like yeah, say I would say if I'm saying, for example, like when I start a video like bonjour, say Aminata, hi, it's Aminata, in that, yeah. But if let's say if something happened to an object, it fell, it broke, it's spilling, it spilled, it's this, it's that. If it's masculine, you say il this, il this, il that. If it's feminine, you say elle this, elle that. C'est comme ça. That's just how it is. Because with the French, things have gender associated to them. That's just c'est comme ça. All right. And if you ask, like, Aminata, moi, mon nom c'est Aminata, right? My name is Aminata. If you want to ask Aminata, like, how do you know when an object? How do you know which object is masculine or feminine? How do you know if this one or this one? Yeah, this one. How do you know? How did the French decide? Because I don't even know, right? I just go with it. It's the French that made that decision. How did the French decide? How did they come up with that ridiculous decision? How did the French decide which object should be masculine, which one should be feminine, or how did they decide that this is masculine, this is masculine, this is feminine? Like, how did they come up with that ridiculous decision? Like, right? How did they come up with that decision? It's based on the spelling. Most of the time, there are exceptions. There are few exceptions, but most of the time, majority of the time, if the last letter of a noun, most of the time, if the last letter of a noun end in E as in echo, put in the text. If the last letter end in E, most of the time, it's considered feminine. Most feminine nouns ends in E. Feminine nouns ends in E. Right. Most feminine nouns ends in E. Most of the time, there are a few exceptions. If the last letter is if the last letter ends in E, it is feminine, right? And then let's say about let's say about 90 something percent of the time, majority of the time, probably even 95, 98, a really high percent of the time, if the last letter of a word, if the last letter end in E as an echo, it is, the French consider it to be feminine. And when they want to say that particular noun, they always put la in front of it, right? Because that's the feminine article, right? Because with the French, you put article in front of noun, right? You just can't say nouns like that. In English, we have options. But with the French, you just can't say nouns like that, right? Most feminine nouns end in E. Let me do some example. Let's say, even a girl en français, fille, right? La fille, right? La fille. Girl. La fille means a girl. La fille, girl. What else? La voiture. Car. La voiture. La fille, girl. La voiture, car. What else? And also nouns that end in E or SION. La maison, like maison. Let me put the spelling. And it means house. La télévision. Right? So when you hear those zion sound, maison, like words that end in SION or SON, when you hear zion, télévision, maison, when you hear those zion nouns, it means they are, right? When you hear zion, and also the last letter is E as in echo. Those are the two clue that you look for when you hear zion in the noun. Even if you have to take a guess, when the noun end in SION or SON, when you hear zion, or when the last letter is E as in echo, it's feminine. Even if you have to take a guess, most of the time, there are few exceptions, but most of the time, they are feminine. And with the French, you just can say it like that, right? You just can say maison, télévision, fille, a girl. No, you have to say la, right? You always, tu vas toujours mettre la, right? Avant le noun, right? You always put la in front of it, article in front of it now, lo or la, right? In this case, la, because we're talking about feminine nouns, right? And then the opposite is masculine. So most masculine nouns, the last letter is not E, right? The last letter is not E, and they don't have that zion sound. For example, let's say stylo. Right? Look, stylo, pen, right? It doesn't end in E, and it's not like zion. Pen, it's masculine. Pen, what else? It's a magazine, low magazine. And you just can say magazine. Magazine means store. It means store or shop, right? In English, we could just say store, house, a tree, pen, pencil, paper, etc. Right? We could just say like that. With the French, you just can't say like that. No. You have to put TH in front of it. And they have the masculine THE, they have the feminine THE. The masculine THE is low. This is the THE that you always want to grab and put in front of a masculine noun. Toujours. Always. Toujours is one of my favorite French words. La. And then when it's feminine, this is the THE that you want to grab and put in front of it, right? It's starting to get dark. Voila. Let me show you guys. Literally. It's starting to get dark. Voila. All right. Voila. So yeah, and ask me any question. N'importe quoi. N'importe quoi. Ask me any question. Right? Sometimes I feel like the camera is too much in my face. Right. Ask me any question. N'importe quoi. Voila. Instead of Ohio, voila. All right. So yeah, when you're learning a language, yeah, like literally, you want to be like a detective, right? You want to find out things that are in this language that is not in your native language, right? Yeah, you want to find out, yeah, things that are, because yeah, that will make it more easier. Yeah, because yeah, especially with the English language. If English is your first language, yeah, you want to find out things that are in the French language that are not in the English language, right? Yeah, you want to find out things that are in the French language that are not in the English language. C'est très important. You really, yeah, all right, because that will make life way easier, right? Can decide if I want this up or down. All right. Put my shoes, and I was eating this before the beginning of this video. Before the beginning of the live video. Alright, sentence construction. Voila. Actually need my book. J'ai besoin. Alright, hold on. Let me get my book. Voila. Where did I put the book? Alright, attends. Alright, for sentence construction, because I really want you guys to see, right? Because the French, of course, right? It's going to be different, right? The way the French construct their sentences, it's way different than, right? The French, the way they, all right, let's talk about, actually, let's do the French R before sentence, let's do sentence construction last, all right, because I'm going to read for sentence construction, I'm going to read, all right, the last, all right, so we got 4 points so far, or 3 points, right? You want to investigate. So we're talking about, if you're just joining in, welcome et bienvenue. Bienvenue sur French Learning with Vandy. Ici, on apprend le français tout le temps. Toujours, moi, j'apprends le français à l'école. Ici, en Amérique, j'apprends le français depuis 2-3 ans maintenant. Oui, moi, j'aime apprendre la langue J'aime les langues. Si tu la langue française, oui. Yeah, I'm learning French all the time. Et oui, voilà. Si tu, ouais, euh, abonné, et oui, parce que ici, on apprend le français tout le temps. All right. And then another thing is the French R, right? All right. So when you've decided on a language, because ça c'est très important. That is very important. C'est très important. When you've decided on a language, right? Yeah, it's important to decide on a language, right? Because yeah, ça c'est très important. That is very important. After you decide on a language, the next thing you want to do, that's what we're talking about in this video, right? The French R, right? All right, now we're on the French R. You want to find out things that are in that new language that is not in your native language, right? And also now it's the R, the French R. The French R is very distinct with the French. When they say there are with the French, when there's an R in a word, when the French say it, you're gonna know. Oh yeah, tu veux savoir. You're gonna know. You're gonna catch it, right? For example, let's say sleep. For example, sleep is dormir, dormir, right? I'm gonna put it in the text. Dormir, right? See, dormir. Probably the English just said dormir, but anyways, the point here is when the French see R in a word, they get excited. They get very, very, very excited. And when they pronounce it, you're gonna know that there's an R in that word. Yeah. Yeah. When they see R in a word, they emphasize it before they pronounce it. That's just the French. They emphasize on R. Like dormir. Let's say even the word Paris, right? And of course, the S is silent. Pourquoi? Because Pascal, the French, when the last letter is a consonant, they don't pronounce it, right? They don't pronounce it. It's silent. But they will stress on the R. Paris, Paris. They will pronounce it, however, the main point is they will they will stress on the R. Like the French, they like when they see R in words, they get excited. They pronounce it. Paris, dormir, voiture, let's say even a country, even if it's a country, Morocco, they will stress on it, etc. Yeah, that's just, yeah, when I think of more example, I will give, but the point I'm giving here is they will stress on that R. When the French see R in a word, when they see R in a word, they get excited and they pronounce that R. When they pronounce it, you will know there's an R in the word. Let's say even tomorrow, right? I hope I spell that right. Tomorrow, it's an English word, right? Even though it's an English word, if the French have to pronounce it, if you ask a French person to pronounce it, he will probably say tomorrow, tomorrow. However he pronounce it, but he will pay more attention to the R and he will stress on the R a lot compared to someone that is not French. English will say tomorrow, tomorrow. We treat all the words, we treat all the letters in that word as the same. We treat all of the letters the same, right? They are all the same. They are, yeah. We treat all of them the same. We just say tomorrow, tomorrow, tomorrow. Oh, tomorrow I'll meet up with my friends. Oh, tomorrow going to the park. Oh, tomorrow I'm hanging out with a friend. Oh, tomorrow, tomorrow. Yeah. But with the French, because there's an R in that word, either the R is at the beginning of the word, either it's in the middle, or either it's at the end, n'importe quoi. It's one of my favorite. Doesn't matter. One of my favorite French word. It means it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if the I is at the beginning of the word, in the middle, at the end. N'importe quoi. It doesn't matter. If there's an I in a word, when the French pronounce it, you're gonna know there's an I in that word. Like you catch it. Let's say at the beginning of the word, let's say the word red, right? Let's say red. Red, for example. If the French are gonna pronounce red, they probably say red, red, right? Red, red, right? They probably say something like red, red. I'm probably not doing it justice, but yeah, red. Let's say roses, roses, roses. Yeah, at the beginning of the word, right? Let's say in the middle. For example, even the word tomorrow, right? They stress on it tomorrow, tomorrow. Dormir, dormir have two R. Dormir, right? R at the beginning and R at the end, I believe. Dormir, dormir, right? Or even the word, let's say car. Let's say the R is at the end of the word car. Car, car. Like to emphasize on the R more than an English speaker. So that's something to keep in mind. C'est tout pour aujourd'hui. Let me know how you like this video. Right? Dites-moi en commentaire. Alright, so now we're about to look at sentence construction. Right? And feel free to ask me any question. Alright, if I'm looking this way, that's where I know how many people are watching. I don't see exactly who is watching it. The computer doesn't tell me like who is watching. It will just say the number, like 1, 2, 3, etc. It will just say the number. I'll see it there, and over there, I see the comments. So if you see me looking this way and this way. All right. So yeah, after you've decided on a language, and it's good to decide on a language, right? For whatever reason, people have different reasons why they choose a language, right? For some people, because maybe they are in school, right? They have to take this language. Or some people because of relationship, right? People like me, it's why am I learning for me? I mean, I did it in school, I did it in high school and in college. So I did it in school, and then even after school, I still catch myself doing something that has to do with French, right? For example, like going to the library and borrowing French book and CDs and still like learning or studying, looking at French stuff, right? All these books, I got them from the library, right? I have a lot of them. I actually need to do a video where I have probably even more than 20 French books where I'm just talking about my books, what's each one of them, what it's about, etc., or why I like it, or if I would recommend it. Yeah, I probably need to do a whole video or maybe a live like that, right? When I talk about my books, if I recommend it, or why I like it, or what I like about it. I have a lot, beaucoup. I have a lot of them. But yeah, all right. What are we gonna do? Sentence construction. Yeah, for whatever reason, for me, why I'm learning French, most of the reason is it's for me, it's what is the word, hobby. I'm not gonna lie, I did it in school, high school and college, but because I continued even before doing YouTube or before studying YouTube, because I continued learning it even when it wasn't for school, but I'll still take a French book and look at it, or sit on the porch and looking at French book or watching French movies, listening to something that has to do with French. like I catch myself, yeah, still doing stuff that has to do with French, like listening to French stuff, watching French stuff. I wasn't even doing YouTube, and it was not for school. It was, so that's how I just catch myself in this moment, like, today I spent 2 hours, 3 hours listening to something that has to do with French, or watching something French, or I'll put a French book in my bag all the time. I don't even read it. Sometimes I just have it in my bag, going up and down, even take it with me to work. I don't even read it. Just have it with me. Like someone will like, oh, is this the new book you're reading? I was like, no. I just have it with me just in case if I want to read something, but I'll probably not even get the chance to read it. It will just be in my bag the whole time. Well, anyways, things like that, yeah, that's what makes me realize or probably come to the conclusion that it's because of hobby. I mean, nowadays we don't really need like a huge reason why we're learning a language, right? Pascal, now the world is like, what is the word? Bonjour et bienvenue dans cette live. Bienvenue. Moi, j'habite à Ohio, des États-Unis. Tu peux me dire si vous voulez. Oui, dans le commentaire, you could tell me where you're watching from. Et bienvenue. Or you can ask any question, n'importe quoi. Go ahead. Vas-y. So, yeah, because right now the world is like a, what is the word called? Let me check my. The world is like, oops, I almost dropped my phone. Almost dropped my phone. The world is, what's the word I'm looking for? It's a global village now, right? The world is a global village, which means, yeah, anyone can pick up their bag and go to any country, and you don't even have to travel. Now, in every country, there's a lot of nationalities, right? Let's say even here en Amérique, j'habite en Amérique, des États-Unis. Even here in America, even just in my state alone, the state of Ohio, even just in my state, we have over 200 nationalities here. So yeah, even just in your own city or country, yeah, we have people here from, of course, Africans, beaucoup africains. Moi, je suis africaine. Mon origine, c'est africaine. Je suis née à la Sierra Leone. Je viens de la Sierra Leone. Je suis née à la Sierra Leone. Oui, mon origine, c'est africaine. Oui, ici, j'habite à Ohio. Ici, en Ohio, on a beaucoup, oui, beaucoup les Africains, a lot of Africans from different countries. Yeah, oui, different countries. On a beaucoup. The word beaucoup means a lot in French. Let me write that in the text. B-E-A-C-O-U-P. It's one of my favorite French words. I probably need to do a whole video called my favorite French words. I have a lot of French words that are favorite for me, like the word beaucoup. I like the word beaucoup. I like the word avec. Avec means with. Fun fact, I almost named this channel French Learning avec Vandy. It was just like a split second. I was like, let me stick with one language. Let me either do it all in French or all in English. Let me name it Apprendre le français avec Vandy. Apprendre le français avec Vandy, or French learning with Vandy. Either do it in French or in English. But yeah, I almost name it French learning avec Vandy. But avec is one of my favorite French words. It means with, avec, beaucoup. What else? Toujours. How could I forget toujours? I say toujours all the time. Toujours means always. I don't know how to spell always. How you spell always? Oh my god. Toujours. I say toujours almost every day. Toujours. Toujours means always. It's one of my favorite French words. Il y a beaucoup les mots français qui j'aime. Par exemple, le mot toujours, le mot avec, le mot. Which one again? Le mot toujours avec beaucoup. Le mot beaucoup, j'aime le mot. Comme ça. Oui. Oui, il y a beaucoup de mots que j'aime. Et voilà. Anyways, yeah. I'll probably do a whole video called My Favorite French Words and put like my top 10 or top 20 French words. There's a lot of them. Let me know, dites-moi en commentaire your favorite French word. Let's say en bas. Let me know in the comments which word in French, or which French word is your favorite French word. But anyways, here we have, on a beaucoup les gens qui viennent d'Afrique, Amérique du Sud, South America, Amérique du Sud, Afrique, Europeans, people from India. We have people from all over. Yeah. A lot of nationalities here, like probably even over 200 different nationalities. So any language that you learn or you know, you could always meet someone that speaks that language. Let's say even if you know German, you know Chinese, you know Swedish, you know Dutch, you know Spanish, you know Italian, etc. You know Francais, etc. Wherever you're living, either you're living in Ohio, you're living in Florida, you're living in California, you're living in wherever country, there will be someone in that city that speak their language, right? Because Pasco, the world now, it's a global village, right? Everybody's everywhere. Every language is everywhere. Right? And okay, let's go to the last point. Sentence construction. How do the French construct their sentences? I'm trying to pick a good. All right. About 5 more minutes and we'll be done. Voila. I'm going to read this one because we want to look at sentence construction. I've lost a lot of weight. Hey. I got this. I got it at Dick's Sporting Goods. It's a store here in America. It's a store here in America called Dick's Sporting Goods. Dick's Sporting Goods. I need to stop. All right. Let's talk about sentence construction. Voila. All right. Where did I put the book? Oh, it's right here. All right. Ask me any question. Bonjour et bienvenue. Ask me any question. N'importe quoi. Ask me any question. All right. All right. The last point. So if you're just joining in, we're talking about what to do after deciding on a language. After deciding on a language, like literally, after deciding on a language, all right, after you said, okay, I'm going to learn this language, right? Let's say for this video, let's say French. I'm learning French. I want to learn French. I cut my hair. J'ai coupé les cheveux. Les cheveux. My hair. Right? After you've decided that I'm learning French, right? What do you do next? After you've decided on a language, you want to be like an investigator, right? Like the FBI. Hey, investigate, right? Like literally, kind of take a microscope or something like a weapon. Can you investigate with it? No, no weapon. Investigate, like what's in this language that is not in this language, right? Investigate, right? Right. And right, so that's what we're talking about. And one, yeah. So I don't know if I should. I'll probably do a whole list of the stuff that we talked about, the points after reading this book. But you want to investigate, and one of the for people that are just joining in, one of the stuff that, yeah, you're gonna look what's in the French language that is not in the English language, right? One of the things is the concept of gender. In the English language, gender is only with people. It's only people or animals that could be either masculine or feminine. That's how it is in the English language. It's only people that could be either masculine or feminine. In the French language, it's not only people, oh. Yeah, don't let me get started. Start to talk like some African old lady. It's not only people, oh. With the French language, it's not only people. With in the French language, the concept of gender escalated even to things. Things, right? Anything. The chair. Yeah. The house, the door, the lights, the book, right? Etc. It could be either masculine or feminine. La bougie. The French call this la bougie. It's feminine. Right? Anything. And even if you have to take a guess, whenever you hear la in front of a noun, even if you have to take a guess, when you hear la anything, la maison, la bougie, la fille, a girl, when you hear la, even if you have to take a guess, it is feminine. When you hear la anything. And when you hear le magasin, le stylo, le garçon, le this, le that, it's masculine, right? So that is one thing that is in the French language. We don't have anything like that in the English language, right? So that's one thing that you want to find out. And also another thing that you want to find out that is in the, right? So we're talking about after you decide on a language, what to do next. After you decide on a language, you want to investigate. You want to investigate things that are in the French language that is not in the English language, right? One is the concept of gender. Two, you want to find out which words are silent and which words are pronounced, right? Even the nouns, the pronouns, right? If you're just joining in, bonjour et bienvenue, right? The pronouns, right? I already talked about that with the French. The pronouns with the French, when let's say if something is, let's say if a pen fall, you don't say it's fall, you say he fell because the pen is masculine. If this break, you don't say it's break, you say she break. Elle casse, she break. Because it's this the noun, this is feminine. That's how the French, pas moi, is le français. That's how they decide. This is feminine and it's based on the spelling, right? Most feminine nouns, the last letter is E. E, right? E as in echo. If this breaks, you say she breaks. If this fall, you say she fall, right? If the lights, yeah, etc. If the TV break, you say she breaks. El casse, etc. Yeah. So yeah. All right. So now another thing that we're gonna look at, the last one is sentence construction, and ask me any question. N'importe quoi. N'importe quoi. Right? Ask me any question. All right, let me read. All right, so now we're gonna look at the sentence construction. Right? And I'm reading from this book. And this book is on Amazon if you want it. It's on Amazon. Easy French Reader. Third edition. All right. Allons-y. Allons-y means let's go. Allons. I hope I spell it right. Allons-y. Right? It means let's go. All right. La famille de Marc. La famille de Marc s'appelle Dupont. Right? Marc's family is called Dupont. Madame Dupont, I'm doing a live video. S'il vous plaît. I'm doing a live video. Don't. What did you say? I mean, you can just do it quietly. Sorry. All right, let's run this up. Madame Dupont est la mère de Marc. See, sentence construction. Madame Dupont is the mother of Marc. That's how the French will construct sentences, right? For example, they will say, Auntie Betty, Madame Betty, what name shall I use? Hannah, Betty, okay. Madame Betty is the mother of Lindsay. Madame Betty is the mother of Lindsay. In English, we'll just say, Betty is Lindsay's mom, right? Il habite en Paris. Ouais. L'appartement de Monsieur et Madame Dupont est confortable, right? But anyways, I think I want to actually do a separate video talking about sentence construction because, yeah, of course, yeah, the way the French construct their sentences, it's like quite different from the way, yeah, the English do, right? Yeah. So I'll do a whole video. I don't want to do this video too long. I'm still on the I don't want to do this video too long. Wow, it's been yeah. I don't want to do it too long. So I'll need to do a whole, like a live video or maybe just a video. I'll need to do a video, like, yeah, a whole topic about sentence construction. C'est tout pour aujourd'hui. I don't want to do this video too long. Ask me any question, n'importe quoi. But that is all for today. Yeah. When you after you've decided on a language, it's dark outside now. Oh my god, you guys have been with me the whole time. For all the people that stayed this long, oh my god, till this end of this video, thank you, merci beaucoup. I can't believe this video. Yeah, wow. How did it get to an hour? Yeah, it was clear when we started, right? I mean, it was getting dark. It was clear, but now it's pitch dark outside. You probably can't even see it. You probably only seen the reflection of the living room, right? It's dark outside now. All right. Voila. Voila. And I got me a new office desk, right? Voila. Office. Voila. All right. Thank you. Yeah, for the people that have been with me to the end of this. Yeah, this far. Merci beaucoup. C'est tout pour aujourd'hui. Voila. I've been working out a lot. I've lost over 5 pounds in the last 2 months. Yeah. In the last 2 months, I've lost over 5 pounds, right? Voila. Voilà. C'est tout pour aujourd'hui. Voilà. Voilà. All right. C'est tout pour aujourd'hui. All right. So yeah, dites-moi en commentaire. Tell me how you like this video. And yeah. If anything, what I want to leave with you guys is, all right, let me wrap this video. I can't believe I'm still on this live. Oh my God. Thank you so much to all. Yeah, the ones that are still here. I appreciate you guys. Like, I don't take you guys for granted. I don't. Like, my viewers, either you are subscribed or not, especially the ones that are subscribed. I appreciate you guys a lot because you guys know when I'm live, right? And you guys join me on the live. I appreciate it a lot. I don't take it for granted. I probably don't express it that much, or I don't say it that much, but I really appreciate you guys. I don't take you guys for granted. Or even the ones that are not subscribed, that view the, yeah. Also, you guys, merci beaucoup. But please, if you haven't subscribed, what are you waiting for? Join this family. When you're learning a language, it's good to be part of a community. Pourquoi? Because when you're part of a community, yeah, because you feel some kind of connection, right? You feel, yeah, because everyone that teach, let's say YouTube or wherever, everyone do stuff differently, right? But especially when you want to learn that language, when you want to take that language to fluency, you want to find a YouTube channel to be part of, right? You want to be part of a community, right? I have a whole video on this channel called Language Learning Community. Yeah, Language Learning Communities. You can check it out. I talk about the importance of being part of a community. Yeah, it's called Language Learning Community. When you're learning a language, you want to be part of a community. So yeah, abonnez, s'il vous plaît. I'm not just saying it because I want you to subscribe, but yeah, it's good to be part of a community. Smash the subscribe button, abonnez, s'il vous plaît. Yeah, I appreciate you guys a lot. Subscribers or non-subscribers, viewers, etc. I'm almost done. So yeah, I don't take. Yeah, I don't take anyone for. I appreciate you guys. I appreciate you guys all a lot. But yeah, if anything that I want people to take away from this video is that when you're learning a language, you want to like decide, right? You want to make a decision. You wanna decide. All right. That's how you know I'm tired. I should go. All right. When you're learning a language, that's how I know it's time for me to go. If I'm saying something else, that means mon, mon cerveau s'est fatigué maintenant, right? Parce que j'ai ici pour longtemps, hein? J'ai fait cette vidéo depuis longtemps. All right. If anything, I want someone to take from this video, or the main thing I want to pass across this video is that after deciding on a language, the next thing you want to do is find out things about that language. You want to be like an investigator, private investigator. Be an investigator. Be curious. Like the FBI, find out something. Be curious. Find out things that are in this new language that you're learning or you're about to learn. Find out things that are in this language that is not in your native language or that is not in the English language. Find them out, right? Like number one that we said, like the concept of gender, right? The concept of gender. That was one. Should I write it in the text? All right. I promise 2 more minutes I'll be out of here. I mean, I want to do this. I could do this. I could sit here and talk all day, but I don't want to. Especially the people that are watching live. You guys are the one that I don't want to like hold your time, right? Because some of you guys, yeah. All right, 2 more minutes. All right, what we talked about, yeah. You wanna, you wanna find out things that are in this new language that is not in the English language, right? For example, the concept of gender. Yeah, the concept of gender. Do a whole case study. What is it? Qu'est-ce que c'est? The concept of gender. The French, they are bizarre, eh? The concept of gender. The French, a light, a table, a door, a house, a t-shirt, etc. Book, pen, paper, even paper. Le papier. Where's the paper? Book, le livre, paper, le papier, right? Anything that you see with your naked eye, any physical something that you touch, that you see with your naked eye, it's either masculine or feminine. It's not only people and animals that are masculine or feminine, even things. You want to investigate more, like what is all that about? And most masculine nouns end in, most feminine nouns end in E, right? And I have a whole playlist called Gender in the French language. But anyways, I want to challenge you to investigate more about that. What is this all about? What the heck is this all about? What the heck is this gender thing with the French? Table, window, this is masculine or feminine. What is it? Qu'est-ce que c'est? What the heck? What is all this? Right? I want to challenge you to like launch an investigation and find out more about it, right? You want to find out things that are in the French language that are not in this language, right? Find out about that and then find out which words are silent, which ones are emphasized. Let's say if the last letter is a consonant, it's silent, right? Like the S in Paris, it's silent. And if it's a vowel, you pronounce it, right? The French R, the French always stress on the R. Whenever they see R in a word, either in the beginning, in the middle, at the end, wherever, they will stress on it, right? The pronouns, right? She fell, she break, she this, he did, he that. Even a paper, a pen. You drop the pen, they say he fell. You drop the candle, she fell. She break, right? And sentence construction, right? Yeah, you wanna, you wanna find that. I wasn't writing it. Okay. Which words are silent or pronounced? Pronouns. Alright, alright. This should be it. I don't. Especially for the people that are watching live. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Merci beaucoup. I don't see you guys' name. I only see like the number, right? I only see name or something if you comment, if you do a comment, or if you're just watching. I don't know. This computer doesn't tell me. But thank you, thank you. I can see that it's like 2 people or 3 people watching. I could see that. That's all I see. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Merci de mon corps. Merci beaucoup. Yeah. French learning with Vandy. Abonnez s'il vous plaît. And have a good weekend. Today is, yeah. Have a good weekend. Be safe. Don't be too crazy on the road. If you're gonna go on the road, walking or take it in a car. Don't be too crazy. Take care. Be safe. Eat well. Exercise. Oui, see? I go to the gym all the time. Voila. I've lost about 5 pounds in the last 2 months. Voila. Voila. C'est tout pour aujourd'hui. Take care. Be safe. So we could meet here again at another time. So you could do what you have to do. French learning with Vandy. Au revoir. Bisous.